Kapoor's outfit in Hum Saath Saath Hai. Let's break it down. So straight away we can see her outfit consists of two pieces, the dress piece and the kurti piece. So we're starting off as always with the basic kameez block, and we're going to be drafting the inner dress piece first. And I'm changing the neckline. So it looks like the neckline of her dress is almost a rounded square shape, so that's what I'm doing here. It isn't a deep neckline, so that's something to consider when making this pattern. Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I remember, it is a kameez shape and not an A-line shape, so we're going to need the split on the side. Now, judging from the fact that we can see her skin underneath the lace top piece, means the inner dress is probably sleeveless. So let's go ahead and get straight into the kurti piece. Straight away, I can see that the neckline is a lot lower than the inner dress piece, and it has quite a unique shape, which is half a sweetheart neckline and then a little bit extra to mimic the inner dress piece. Now, to determine how deep we want this neckline to be, you can see that it actually cuts through the bust area. Now, the great thing about making the pattern the way I do, with the bust, waist, hip measurements clearly marked on the pattern, is really easy to be able to identify where our bust is and how we are going to make this shape. So I'm going to mark across the bust right in the center of it. As you can see, the neckline seems to cut straight through the center, and then I can either do this freehand or use the French curve for this shape. Now, part of the kurti neckline matches up with the dress neckline, so I'm going to go ahead and place one on top of the other so I can trace it really well. So I think I've done a pretty good job of that neckline. So let's go ahead and finish off the front of the kurti as well as the hemline. It seems almost to have a slightly A-line curved hemline, so that's exactly what we're going to do. And it sits lower than the waist but higher than the hip. Now we have the base piece done, we need to look at the front fastening part. There needs to be a slight extension at the center front so that we can slightly overlap to get a button in there and be able to fasten it. So that's what I'm adding here, just like Karishma has it. And then lastly, for the sleeves, it seems like she has basic half sleeves, so I'm just going ahead and adding seam allowance all the way around, and that's our pieces cut out. That is the finished pattern. Which Bollywood outfit should I break down next?